Hello, it's Sally here. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I've got a bit of a dilemma today because it was probably about a week ago I started to film me making this piece here, and I've been busy with other things because I'm preparing for my September workshop, so I kind of put it to one side, and today I thought I'm going to pick it up again and finish filming. So I went onto my iPad to look to see how far I'd got in talking it through and everything, and realised that somehow I have, in my infinite wisdom, deleted the video because I have to keep deleting the ones that I've already shown because my iPad fills up too quickly. So I haven't got the start of the video for this, to show you how I started creating it. So I'm really sorry. I don't know why I've done that, because I really had it in my mind that I'd saved it, and I don't know what's happened anyway. So what I thought I'd do is just quickly go through what I did anyway. What I did was this piece here. I think it's about 16 inches by 17 inches, and I cut a piece of thin cloth as my base. And then what I did was I got a load of, as I like to do, if you've seen my videos before, I love to use edgings and cut pieces of different cloths and linens to patch together a base fabric. So that's what I did. There's a piece of a lovely fine napkin there. I've got another napkin here, piece of a tablecloth, another napkin here with this lovely kind of I don't know what it's like. It is embroidered, but I think it might be machine embroidered. Just different little corners and a little bit of lace there. That's like the edge of a tablecloth with lace. I've got a little bit of old patchwork fabric on that. I just thought would make a nice touch. A little piece of decorative white work there. Some more fabric. So that's what I did. I patched it all together, and then I tacked it down with an invisible stitch, and then I started to draw out my items. So this is like an afternoon tea themed piece that I'm doing, and what I did was, this is kind of my neat version. I've actually done these all rough hand and then traced them and popped them onto here, because this will be available as a PDF download once I've finished everything. So I've got the little teacup. That's the teacup. There's the teacup. Teapot. I haven't finished the teapot yet. Spoon is over here. The little clock. Oh, excuse me. Just had a gulp of coffee. Excuse me more. The little milk jug. I love this little milk jug. This is I've actually got this milk jug. In fact, most of these pieces are from what I've, inspired by things that I've already got. So this is a Cornish ware jug. They're quite well known in the UK. I think you probably get them in the US as well. But one of those. In fact, I should. There's my little sugar bowl. This is a cut glass sugar bowl that my mum gave me, and I think it might have been my grandmother's as well. So I've actually got that in the cabinet, not too far away from me, and I just took it and kind of just drew it out, and I thought that would make an ideal sugar bowl on here. So there's that. There's the clock. Plate of cucumber sandwiches. And so we've got the lemon, and we've got the Victoria sponge. So no afternoon tea can be complete without the Victoria sponge. And on here, I've got a strawberry doily, and so I've cut out one of the little strawberries, and I thought that would look cute on there. So I've put that on there. And then I've just done some words. So it's kind of called afternoon tea, and we've got a slice of cake. And then what I've done is just to give it a little bit of contrast, so it's not all handwritten. Here I've typed out some words. So I've got Victoria sponge there. I've got to cut that down because it's not quite neat enough yet, but I thought that would be going somewhere, I don't know, maybe there. Then for the tea, I've got Earl Grey or English breakfast, so maybe that goes somewhere there. What else have I got? I've got a slice of lemon or a dash of milk. I don't know if I've got anything to go with that or not. No, that's a different one. That's a different one. I've got several projects work here that I'm kind of picking between. So cucumber sandwiches, and I've got no crusts, thank you. So that can go somewhere there maybe. And I've got 1 lump or 2, meaning the sugar. And then I've got I'm sweet enough. So that's what we got. Sometimes if you don't want any sugar, you kind of say I'm sweet enough already. So there's that there. My favourite china teacup. Now this little teacup here, I need to put a little rose on it. It actually is a picture of my grandma's tea set. I haven't got them. I don't know what happened to them, but I do vividly remember them, and they had a yellow rose on them. And I think that's always been in my mind of roses. I love yellow roses. They're my favourite. So I'm going to try and get a yellow rose for that, or even draw one and stitch one on. TikTok, it's 3 o'clock. So afternoon tea in the UK is usually falls between 2 and 4, 5. 2 and 4 really. So I've kind of gone in the middle to 3 o'clock. So TikTok is 3 o'clock, and I think that's everything. So I'm going to position my little words. I'm just going to, I can't remember whether I've got any more. I did write them down, but who knows where they are. I think that was all of them. Can't remember anymore. If I find some more, I'll let you know. But so those are going to go on, and then I'm going to do some decorative stitching as well. So let's just, I'll tell you what, let's take these ones off here and start with the Victoria sponge. So I'm going to actually just trim this one down because it's not quite neat enough. I've just quickly cut them out, as these are on an old typewriter that I've got, which I use quite often in my work. And it's just on linen, vintage linen, this is. Because it's old, some of the letters are a little bit higgledy. I quite like it overlapping a little bit there, like that. So I think I'm going to have that on there. And what I'm going to do is, you can pin them, but when they're kind of small and fiddly, I like to use a little bit of glue stick. So this is a Pritt stick, but you can get Yoo-hoo and other types. But all I'm doing is just dabbing it, just so that it's tacky. It's not going to be invasive or anything. It's not going to have big clumps on it, and it just attaches just like that. And then I'm going to grab my needle, and I'm going to grab some thread. I don't want the green. That's from another project, so that's there. And I think what I'm going to do, just to pop it out now, because this is quite neutral, I'm going to do red. I'm going to use red just to pop some things out. So this one here, it's perfect. It's already cut for me. I may just use one strand, so it'll pop, but it won't be too invasive. Try and thread it. So this needle that I'm using, I've picked this up, and it's not one of my usual ones. It's a smaller eye, but there we go. And then all I'm going to do is just an overcast stitch around with just little tiny stitches. I'm sorry if it's dull. It's a really dull day today. It's not cold, but just dull. It's very cloudy. It's not giving out very good light. But hey ho. How are you all today? Anyway, hope you're all well. You're finding time to stitch. As say, I'm busily stitching away at the moment for, well actually I've done September's project now. I've stitched, because what I do is an example so that everyone can see how it goes, and then if it doesn't get, if the project doesn't get finished in the class, then everyone's got a photo to take home of the finished product so they can see what stitches to use and everything. So I've done my September and I'm working on my October at the moment, so the ideas are flowing at the minute. I've got lots and lots of fresh ideas. Yeah, I'm liking the red, it's going very well with the strawberry. Still see it. Yeah. Let's finish that off and see what that looks like. Victoria sponge. Okay, so I'm going to go and continue that off camera, I think. And then, oh, bless you, Maggie. Maggie's just done a sneeze. She's in a basket not far from me. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a rose. In fact, I have, for another project, I've just done, it's a bit big this one is, but I could kind of size that down. I've just done that rose on another project. This is my, this is for my October project workshop. So it's a little snippet of it. But yeah, so I might kind of down if I shrink that down a little bit, that will be perfect for my teacup. And then I've just got to get something for my teapot. I think I'm going to have like a blue pattern, go for the traditional blue. So that will be that done. And then I'm going to think about the gaps. There's a, oh no, that, because that's, I am having something there, aren't I? That's I'm Sweet Enough going with somewhere there, isn't it? Like that, so that won't be too bad. That will fill in that little gap there. Right, so I will come back when I've finished sewing the labels down and I've got the design for the teacup, I think. So see you in a bit. I'll try not to delete this video. Right, so I have now sewn on all the little labels, and I've just had a quick scribble. What I did was I just took a piece of paper and kind of roughly the size of the teacup, and then just took this rose and just kind of drew a more simplified version of it. So I started with a swirl like that, and then did the first leaf petal there, and then just some petals like this. And then I couldn't fit 2 leaves on, so I'm just having 1 leaf there. I think that will be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of tracing paper, if I can find it. Here we go. I'm just going to trace that on here. you. I just need to let's cut that out. And I just need to, do I need it? I don't want it, it's because I've got to turn it over to, will it be okay like that? Yeah, I think it'll be okay like that way. So the leaf is this side. So I'm just going to pop it on and just go over the lines again. Like that. Oh, there you go. And that's perfect. So I will just need to grab some yellow thread. That one's quite bright. That's not the colour that I used for this. I think it's, is it that one there? Just trying to find it. Right, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. So I'm just going to take 2 strands. And a needle. And then I'm just going to go around and follow the lines just in a back stitch. Because it's a little bit smaller than what I'd usually do. Just need to do some little stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on with this off camera. Just put my needle, in fact I'll unthread my needle. Okay, so I will finish that off camera, but all I'm doing is a back stitch and that will be green as well. So there's that. And now what I'm also thinking is just to add a little bit more interest, I am going to just grab my scraps tin. This has had quite a lot of use just recently. I'm just going to have a look to see if there's any nice complementary fabrics that I can use just to give a little bit of interest in some of the blank spaces. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? And that kind of, although I haven't got any lilac, I think a pop of lilac might maybe okay. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got a little, possibly, I'm going to pop that just there. I'm just going to scatter them around at the moment just to see how, with a pop of green, I'm thinking the cucumber green with that would look quite nice actually. I think I might just leave those 2 there. I don't really see this one. It's just really, this is just where I put all my little scraps of little tiny pieces. Look, even that, don't throw them away because you never know when you might need just a pop of colour, just to bring things, just to lift it out a little bit, because it is quite pale. I like that yellow as well. Maybe a little bit of yellow where the lemon is. I'll be having a bit of a theme here. Maybe a strawberry pink where there's strawberries. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to go that far, but I'm just anything that's It's calling to me. There's a bit of thread there. Quite like that. Well, that's nice, isn't it? That's a hexie. What about put some hexies on? Quite like it that way as well, but then it's kind of like blending in still. So maybe not. It's a bit too bright. I like that as well. That's kind of just a little piece of gingham check. Nope, not that. Nope. Don't mind a spot actually, I might keep that out. I quite like that as a little piece, but then I think not for this. I do like it though. I don't know where that's come from. Might be one of yours, Christy. Is that a piece of your fabric that you brought over? I can't recognise it as one of mine, so it might be one of yours. Oh look, that's nice as well, isn't it? That lemony pink, like that. Got another gingham. Is that looking good anyway? Yeah, might do. Oh, I've got pink. Oh, I've got pink already. Oops. That's nice as well. I think that's one of yours, Christy. Possibly that. I like that. And I think all these hexes were yours, weren't they? Brought over. I like that. That's nice. I'm going to be going, oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. It's going to be too much now. For a pop. Right, let's, I think I've got too many. But let's just have a look now and see what we've got. That's not one, is it? Take some of those. This was one of those little I can't remember what they're called, little packs of squares, whatever they're called. Oh, that was a bit there. Let's take that out. Charm squares. They have the like the little edges already pinked. I don't like it. Right, that's too big anyway, I think. So I'm not going to rip it, I'll just fray it. Where was that other? This one here. This is an old apron fabric, this is. Let's take that off there. Put those back in the tin. Some of the fraying on this is just a little bit too long. Can go back. just little blocks of colour. I'm just going to pop. Quite like the yellow with the yellow. Possibly. And this is lovely, isn't it? I think this is a Rose and Hubble fabric, I think. I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure it is. But I've had it quite a long time, so I don't know whether they still do it or not. Let's get that off there. Quite like it like that. Like that. So that's that one done. What else have we got? I'm just in these little blocks of blank space. I'm just thinking, should I have a couple of hexes? I don't know whether there's room for them though. That's the thing. That's a pretty one, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? Just pop. Yes, I am. I'm just going to pop them around. Quite like that one there, and then got all this green one here. This is lovely as well. Yep, I think I might do that. Not that one. No, I didn't realise there's two on there. Oh, there's another one. There's another space then. That's too light, I think. Those there, I think they look nice spaced out there. I love the green of them, so I think we're going yellowy greens. I think, yeah, I think that's yeah. I've got another one as well. Not sure whether that's just a little bit too pale. Should I go for a bit of a blue, or should I do that one? No, I think I'm going to have another little script. Oh, I've got that as well. That's nice, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, that with... Sorry, I hope you can see everything. That's too beige. Let me just try that blue. Yeah, let's just take a bit of this blue. Oh, hang on, there's that there. Not that one, that's a no-no. I think this blue, let's take a little bit of this. I don't think this cuts very well, sorry, rips very well, so I'm just going to cut it. Take those little... Yes, I like that. So that's filled in some of the little empty spaces. And just, yeah, I like that. I like that very much. I'm going to get some pins to... Where are the pins? Here they are. Doesn't like pins, this fabric doesn't. That's for that, yeah. So what I'm going to do on these is find a contrasting colour. So this is kind of like the colours that I'm using. This is kind of like that I've just picked out. I didn't just, I did it at the beginning, but that looks quite nice. I like the colours of those together. Or do I want to go bright? No, I don't think I do. I think I like that. Then that will kind of tie in with the blue there. Kind of like a tealy blue, I would say. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not quite sure where I've got two ends. Usually that means one's been cut off already. Or maybe I've got two pieces. I don't know what's going on there. It's definitely not the end because there's another end here and one there as well. I think there's two lots of long threads on here. So again, just two strands. No. Yeah. I'm not. Yes, I have. Righty-ho. It's done. So what I'm going to do with these is just go around. Just overcast. I think I might do them quite close together. So a little bit closer than I did with these ones here. So it's still raw edge, because I haven't took them over like you would a hexie if you were doing patchwork. But and just do that all the way around. So what I might do is go off camera and just do all of the sewing that I said I was going to do. Do the rows and do those, and then it will just be about finished. I think I may do some little decorative stitches around the edges, just so I might do some little like that kind of thing around the edges of some of the hexagons, maybe just some of the sides. I'm not sure. We'll see how I go, but I will be back soon to show you, I think, probably the finished article. I think it'll be finished after I've done that. Okay, see you soon. Right, so I have now finished this piece. I have, what have I done? I've added some little decorative, just some subtle crosses just here, some little thread beads here. I've added some little bouncy bits, I don't know what would be called, here, some more thread beads, and I've just decorated some of the hexes as well. I don't think I'd done that when I last showed you, so I've done that on a few of these, and I've just signed it, and I've also dated it as well, trying to remember to sign and date all my work now. So this is now finished. I'm really pleased with it. I think I'm either going to pop some like fabric hooks here so that I can feed a piece of dowel through and hang it up, or I might get framed. I'm not sure yet, but it is finished for now. Did I finish that? That's the little flower, little yellow rose with some little thread beads again here. And I think that's about it. I think you've seen everything else, so that's it. As I think I've mentioned in earlier on in this video that I will have templates. So I've got a couple of templates if you would like to, there's the words and the drawings of all the little bits if you wanted to do something similar yourself. So that will be, I will pop that on my Instagram and also my Facebook page, which is Facebook group, sorry, which is Dotty B Slow Stitching. I will put up a link. That will probably be the easiest thing, and you can grab it there. And that's it, I think. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed watching me create my afternoon tea embroidery, and I will hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.